Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make a Slack workspace. It should take less than 10 minutes. So the first thing is in a web browser, I'm going to go to slack.com. And when I get there, I'm going to go to the right where it says Get Started. I'm going to click that, and it'll give you two options. One is if somebody has already made a Slack workspace, then you could just click that and join the team. The other is, which I think is more applicable today, if you don't have a Slack workspace for your group, you could make one. So click this one. You're going to just put in your email, so I'm going to do that and click confirm. And then it's going to say that they sent me a 6-digit confirmation code, so I'm going to go to my email and check for it. And here it is. So I'm going to put that in there. So I just copied and pasted it if you didn't see what that was. And then I'm going to call the team USC-Chan-Demo. You could call it, for instance, my lab one is USC-NPNL, since NPNL is the name of my lab. And I have a lot of other spaces that are similar. Okay, so that's just whatever you want to call it. Then it says, what's a project that your team is working on right now? Staying connected, so we could just say updates. That's going to become a channel in our workspace, which I'll show you in a second. It doesn't really matter what you put here. Okay, so we'll go to next. Who do I email most about this project? So this is where it's going to let me ask for different team members. I'm going to put in just a few people to get started. So I was emailing with Sarah Bream about this. And I was emailing with Julie Gray that I was going to set this up, so hopefully this doesn't come as a huge surprise to them when they get this. And I was also emailing Beth Pedek. And I'll add Sean as well. And I'll also add Mary. Okay. Okay, so now I've put this. Alternatively, if I don't know their emails off the top of my head, I can just say get an invite link to share, and it'll copy a link that I can then send for emails. Or if I don't know about it right now, I could also just say skip for now. Okay, so let me show you what happens if you do skip for now and you don't put any of this in there. So regardless of what you pick, you've made your Slack workspace. That was it. So you can go see your channel in Slack. Okay, so this is what my channel looks like. Here again is a place where I could put people's names and emails if I wanted, or I could just share the invite link. So if you click it, it'll just give you the link copied. And so it's pretty straightforward. You can also choose a greeting when they first get to Slack. So you could say, hi team, instead of using email, let's use Slack. Starting with updates, let's start Slack for project-related conversations, custom. I'll just say, hi, this is a demo of how to make a new Slack workspace and get started with it. Okay, so I'll put save. Then it'll say wrap it up, choose a name and password, make sure everything looks good. So you click this finish setup button. I'm going to put in my full name, and I'm going to make a password that's uber secure. I don't want emails from Slack, so I'm going to uncheck that and go to next. It asks for the demo name. So this is what the URL will be. So if you go into a web browser, this is what you would paste. I think that's fine, so I'll keep it. And then this is a third time that they're asking for different email addresses. So I actually had a bunch copied over here. I'm going to just copy them and paste them in here. All right, so these lucky people are going to get invited to the Chan demo. Okay, or you could get an invite link. Again, you could just click that and it'll give you this link. And if you send this to other people, then they can join. I'm also going to check this, so it lets other people sign up with their verified @chan.usc.edu email. So anybody could go to this URL and join as long as they had this email. If you're making a workspace just for your team and you don't want other people to join, I wouldn't check this button. But if you want other people to test it out, so since this is a demo channel, I want anyone watching this who wants to try it out to be able to use it, so I clicked this. Okay, and let's see if I did that right. Okay, so I sent some invitations, and I'm going to say start the conversation. Oh, it looks like I just sent one invitation just to Beth. All right. So while this is happening, let me go to the rest of it. So this is a get started thing that will only be there when you're starting. Start using Slack on this channel. Okay, so let me tell you about how this works. Basically, I'm going to close this because I find it distracting. Remove. Okay, so this is your Slack channel. I created this channel today. Whenever you start, you will have 3 channels that you start with. The first is this one on the left-hand side that says General. This is for everybody who joins your Slack will end up in this channel. This one is random. Everyone will also join in the random channel. And then this is whatever that project that I asked you about. It's like a new channel that's specific for your group. So I put updates. The way it works is that you have members. So far, I'm a member, and I've added Beth, so she's a member whether she likes it or not. Sorry, hi Beth. Okay, so what I can do in here is a few different things. I can send messages, so I could say, hi everyone, welcome to my Slack channel. And then I can just press enter to post it to the channel so everyone can see this. For a given message, I can also add a reaction. So for instance, these are the ones I apparently commonly use, but just do a thumbs up. And multiple people could click this if you had a few people that all liked it. For a given topic, let's say I wanted to talk about the weather. How about that weather? Okay. For any message that comes through the Slack, you can just touch the thread button and you can add a thread to it. So instead of kind of cluttering the general channel with everything, I could just reply directly here and say, yes, it's nice today. And then I would click send, or I could just hit enter. And on the general channel, you'll then see that there's a topic and a reply. And if I click that reply, then I can see the whole thread. Okay, I can also add people. So this would allow me to add people just to the channel. If I go up here, these are kind of like the main controls. So this lets me see my profile and preferences. As the admin, I can manage the members or the workspace settings. There's also an option to invite people. So if I wanted to invite another person, so let's say I put in Sean here, then I can just do that and say send invitation. And it's done. Okay, and so now the workspace will have 3 people. And because I didn't put a name for Sean, it just goes by his email. On the random channel, this is a channel that's typically used for non-work related flim-flam. Basically joking, it's kind of like a water cooler channel to separate out things that are important, which you'd put in the general channel, from things where you're just kind of making conversation. And then you can also add channels. So let's say I wanted to have a channel to talk specifically about computers. So I'm going to do that. I could put a description. This channel is to talk about all our computers. Oops, all our computers. Okay, and I could make it private if I needed to, if I only wanted certain people in it or not. Then I'll click create. Okay, and I could add all members that are currently in this workspace to it. I could just add specific people, or I could skip for now. So this is a new channel. Up here you'll see how many people there are in this channel. Because I made it and I didn't invite anyone, it's just me, just one member, which you also see over here. And then that's it. Okay. So for any given channel, you also will have a number of options for it. So you could have pinned items. So those would be things that are especially important. Like, let's say I wanted everyone to see this message because it's very important. I could click these 3 dots here where it has more actions, then click pin to channel, and it's going to keep it there so that no matter who comes in, this is the first thing that they'll see. You can also have channel details. So what's this channel all about? You could have different members, who's in this channel. You can also share files and other things. Okay, and then in addition to different channels, I can also make a channel, or I can also send direct messages to people. So Beth and Sean haven't joined yet, but I could just chat with the Slack bot, which is basically like your help, but you can send messages here. So I could say, for instance, it gives you examples. I could just say edit message and send that so it'll just go to the Slack bot and it'll give me some help articles. So if I click them, then they'll tell me like how to edit or delete messages. If, let's say, Beth does come on, then I could send her direct messages and say, hi, Beth. So when she comes on, she would be able to see it. And then you could also send messages to multiple people. So I could send a message to Beth and to Sean together. And you could have up to 6 people. So hi, Beth and Sean. There. Okay. So these are kind of some of the options for how to use Slack. I think they cover the basics. Beyond this, the only other thing is that if you need the attention of everyone in the channel, you can use the @ and just put @channel, and it'll message everybody who's a part of it. So this isn't that big of a deal, but if you had more people, it would go to, if you had 50 people on your workspace, it would go to all 50 people. Okay. I think that's about it for now.